Now to the Sikhs. We all know who they are. Their beards and turbans mark them out. And they've made the political headlines too, since 1984, when in response to Punjabi separatists, the Indian government attacked the Golden Temple in Amritsar. But what is the religious reality behind the martial image? Our profile comes from Southall.
Teacher Ajit Singh and his daughter Simrit belong to one of the most important Sikh temples in the world, the Singh Sabha Gurdwara. It's not in India, but in Southall, home of the largest Sikh community outside the Punjab. Across London, there are 100,000 Sikhs belonging to over 100 Gurdwaras. And someone who knows most of them is Indarjit Singh, editor of the Sikh Messenger.
Sikhism was founded by Guru Nanak, who was born in 1469, at a time of intense hatred between the different religions, each thinking it was right and the other was wrong. He taught tolerance. He taught that God doesn't look to different human labels. In his first sermon, he said, "Na ko Hindu, na ko Musliman." That is, there's neither Hindu or Muslim in the eyes of God. There is only man, and it is actions and beliefs that count. He very much wanted to change society, to bring it away from the ritual and superstition and bigotry. And in order to do this and teach a particular path of life, he instituted a system of succession in which different gurus carried on the teachings of Guru Nanak until the 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, felt that the new way of life was sufficient to stand on its own. And he then said that in future, the Guru would be the collected writings and teachings of the different Gurus as incorporated in the holy book, the Guru Granth Sahib. The common name of Sikhs, or male Sikhs, is Singh, and the Guru decided to give us this name to remind us of a common brotherhood. Literally, it means lion, to remind us of the ideal of courage. He also took the opportunity to give women the title Kaur, literally princess, to emphasize the dignity and equality of women in Sikhism. The 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, at the time decided that there should be a distinct appearance for Sikhs and gave us a number of symbols. The first is Kesh, long hair, to remind us of the need for saintliness, a small comb to keep the hair tidy, a shorts, kacha, or trousers to replace the cumbersome Hindu dhoti that was worn then, a kara, a steel bracelet worn on our wrist to remind us of the link or constant bondage to God and godly ideals. And then, lastly, a sword, kirpan, to remind us of the need to protect the weak and innocent.
I feel myself proud to be a Sikh because I'm unique. A person who is a Sikh, having a turban, beard, and walking on in the street, and I feel myself proud. I get up before 5 o'clock, around 3:30. At that time, peace, quiet, and you can concentrate on your meditation at all. And that gives you confidence, that gives you peace, and that gives you power, you see, strength, and makes you ready for the whole day. If I'm cooking, I can recite the prayers as well, because you can recite the prayers when you're sitting, when you're walking, when you're working, because it's written our holy Guru Granth Sahib. See, so that is the pattern of life. You can recite the name of God anytime.
The Guru Nanak, describes God, and describes God as beyond our comprehension, beyond birth. He doesn't take birth, he doesn't have enmity. He is present everywhere. And in essence, God is described as an all-pervading force, conscious force, and benevolent force. We don't see God as a human sitting up in the clouds somewhere, but we do see God in everything around us. There is no set form to Sikh worship. Generally, the pattern is that musicians lead the congregation in singing hymns from the Holy Drum, and at times in the service there are times when the congregation joins in. The degree of tolerance within Sikhism can be seen, first of all, by looking at the congregation, which contains, of course, men and women. A woman can be the president or secretary of the Gurdwara. She can recite the scriptures, lead the congregation generally.
One of the things I like best about the Sikh religion is the fact that it doesn't discriminate at all between men and women. In fact, I'm very fortunate that both my parents have given equal opportunities to both my brothers and myself. They wanted us both to, all of us to do equally as well. I'm quite capable and I'm allowed to lead any of the prayers, daily prayers, at home or indeed in the Gurdwara. There's no restrictions on me whatsoever.
The service is concluded by the distribution of Prabhashar, the Holy Sweet, which is taken in both hands with reverence, and it consists of a mixture of semolina, sugar and butter. After every Sikh service, there is langar, that is a communal meal, where everyone sits together and eats together, which is something not so strange in this country, but in a country where there are caste differences and so on, where Sikhism started. That is something very important. At the same time, it's a social centre, and the meal itself is prepared by men, women, by members of the congregation working together.
To me, the future of the religion, I think, will be maintained by the more educated Sikhs, the people who are looking at the Holy Book for themselves, who are taking a genuine interest, and they aren't just upholding traditions passed on by their parents. I think the events of 1984, when the Golden Temple in Amritsar was attacked, definitely had a uniting effect amongst Sikhs all over the world, particularly in Britain. We saw young Sikhs becoming more interested, more aware of their religion.
And that's almost all from Currents this month. We'll be back at this time in 3 weeks. Before then, you might like to know about a new 7-part series on Channel 4 beginning this Sunday.